Ruben Amorim clapping back at Gary Neville. Neville was saying, hey, the derby lacked a little gumption, didn't have that blood, thunder, and risk. And Amorim said, you know what? I understand that Gary Neville is critical of everything as a pundit, kind of taking a swipe. We've seen United legends go in at managers before. Let's listen to what Neville had to say and then react on the other side.
No, to be fair, you come back to the sort of basic essence of football when you play as a kid in the yard, in the school playground or in the backyard as a kid. And it's exciting and there's a thrill to it. And 75,000 people have rocked up today. There might be Manchester City fans, kids who are coming to their first Manchester derby at Old Trafford. There might be kids who are coming to watch the first Old Trafford Manchester derby for United fans. And they've watched that. And that's why I feel just sometimes, I get 0-0s can happen, but that game today wasn't a game. That's not a Premier League game of football. It's not representative of the Premier League. It's not representative of Manchester City now they've been over the last few years. And seeing them walk around at the end together, sort of clapping, sort of shaking each other's hands and smiling with each other. Where was the disappointment that they played like that in a game or that they?
I mean, look, Neville is kind of.
What do you think?
He's coming at it saying, "Hey, that was soft. That was a soft derby. United should be doing better. They got fans in the Stretford end." And we were too okay with the draw. We were like a very complacent Manchester derby.
I mean, it was one of those games, right? We have a big game coming up after this one that's really much more important than the derby was in the first place. We did edge them. This is the Manchester United side that entered the day at 13th place and against a team that was the champions last year. And we edged them on XG and it was 0-0, but I think it's a little rough. I think there is a tendency from these old killers that were unbelievable players, playing one of the greatest teams ever.
Controversial take that he had? It was a boring.
Yeah, but those happen.
It's a derby.
How about this is not a Premier League? Come on, that's a little you're being a little hypercritical. I mean, I think it wasn't great football, but both teams were cagey.
It's not something worthy of Amorim.
They're very critical. They love to be. No, of course not. But
by the way,
he takes every fight. Sir, he loves a fight. I mean, he doesn't fuck around. Ruben, he punches back, and he probably shouldn't. He probably should just keep his head down.
I think he's captain of a ship that, any way you criticize it, there's not really a defense for right now. I don't think United. It was comical going forward for United today. It's been quite a few games with this manager, and the only thing is on Cincinnati, got to do better. It's like we need some NFL coach. We need some NFL coaches to come over the pond and just be like, hey, don't take the bait. Just be like, on to Cincinnati. Hey, Gary Neville was right. Need to be better. Need to show up. Got to be Tax. Got to score more goals. Got to try harder. Got to focus. Got to get back to the training pitch. I got to watch the film. Can't comment. I got to watch the film.
So true. Why are you being so honest? Why the fuck are you being so honest?
Just is that what he said? All right, I'll have to watch in full context and then get back to you. You could just give him nothing. I feel like Amorim gives a little too much here. He's right to go at Neville, but Neville's feedback, it's not too controversial. It was a boring derby. Now, do I think that we've been a bad United and maybe a draw at home is a good result and that's embarrassing? Yes, I do think so. But should there have been a little more fight? Should we have taken the derby a little more seriously? I think so. And I think it speaks to maybe the manager, and see him go back at Gary Neville means he knows it.
No, and here's the thing. Like you said, this should be a non-story because these guys are going to be critical. They played under one of the great teams of all time. This is not great football. This is not what we want to see from Manchester United. But at the same time, the real thing, the real story is the fact that Ruben Amorim is taking the bait, and he should just, like you said, woo-saw motherfucker, goes right over his head. Yeah. We got to work on everything. We're not where we want to be, and he fights back, and it's not helping you. So I think one of the things about Ruben Amorim that I hope he works on, I don't think he will. The man wears his heart on his sleeve. That's one of the things I like about him. I think that's one of the things the fans like about him, especially after the cold plastic coach we had last time, who was gave you nothing, was always bullshitting you. He's so honest, but I think he's too honest. He exposes himself at times. Don't bring that back. That's fucking PTSD. This guy fucking. The real thing is
Sorry. That sounds like, there's a lot of haze in there.
Ruben Amorim is not that guy. He's not Eric Ten Hag, and that's great. That's what everyone loves about him. But at the same time, he's a little too honest, and he takes fights. He's kind of, I could be like this. I sometimes get too emotional. Someone pokes him and he fucking pushes right back, and he needs to just be like, yo, it's all good. Maybe that little time in the EPL, a little time to get this team underneath them. Let's get through this fucking season. Let's land the plane. But I think he's just he takes a fight. He takes swings and he shouldn't be.
On to Cincinnati. We're focused on Lyon. It's all about Lyon. And then, by the way, you beat Lyon. Nobody's going to be worried about this derby. And so that's it's kind of having that mental note. Let us know what you think about Ruben Amorim in the comments below. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Only 30% of people actually watch our United content. Subscribe. If you subscribe, it helps us get found by other Muppets like yourself. And we'll catch you in the next Manchester United video.